Go. Hello.
Hey!
Let me retry that. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third edition of this very special Shadow News. And I have another special guest with me, who is actually special to me, to my heart, because yes, it is my boss.
How special?
So please make me look good. I need a raise. So come on. Anyways, here we are.
Hashtag Luc need a raise.
Exactly. Go fund me. Okay, here we go. So I will let him first of all talk about who he is, his role in the company, and then we can
Hello, Luc.
Hello.
Hello.
And then we can kind of go from there.
All right. Hey guys, what's up, community? Hello to Belgium, England, Germany, Sweden, and everyone else I'm missing. And I'm sorry if I do. Very happy to be here. It's my first Shadow News ever. I've been there to come, and I'm happy that I'm doing it with you guys. And also because the marketing director has bad English. Jokes aside, very happy. So my job is I'm leading communication and the brand within Shadow for the past 3 months. I've been in the company for 8 months now. Before I was focusing only on creative. So there you go. And today I'm coming in front of you to talk about what's going to happen next. We call it spoiler alert, whatever's going to happen on 19th. First and foremost, what you need to understand is we're going to be downloading a lot of information on you guys right now. So Be prepared. Winter is coming, okay? But good news is, one, the 19th, you're going to receive more personalized information between emails and what you're going to find in your customer space.
Yes, very, very important.
Online. It's going to be even more tailored on your customer space, right? So don't be afraid if you're kind of lost or overwhelmed. And all the information we're going to be sharing today is going to be tailored next week. And that's why, by the way, we're talking about the 19th of February is because we need to develop from all the flows that are going to happen on the website that are personalized, and also the emails. I can tell you about it. I've just spent an hour today, 2 hours today. We're going through the entire emails we've been writing. So that's why it's taking more time than sharing everything today. We know all the scenarios. We're clear on everything that's going to happen and the stories and all of that. And actually, good news is you can go live with that now, Luc.
So,
boom. This infographic that was done by your super amazing community team with Luc here, Malto behind there, Akimi, all of those guys, and even more than the community team. This infographic will give you a clear overview, so kind of a journey of your scenario and what's going to happen to you and what we're giving you while you will be waiting or not waiting, because some people will be activated.
Exactly. And so we're going to talk through this whole diagram on the stream, and we will post it officially on Discord after the stream so you can have a nice view of everything in detail. So right now we're going to go back to the big picture so you guys can focus on us, focus on what we're talking about. And the diagram we just showed you will be a great recap for all the information you need to know about your specific situation. So,
do not freak out if you can't read it. I can see people saying, yeah, I can't read it. We know.
It's okay.
It's on purpose.
Exactly.
You will be seeing it right after this stream on Discord, right?
Yes,
Luc?
on Discord.
And you will have the time and leisure to go through it in details, find your own scenarios and the answers that we're going to be sharing right now with a big overview. So do not freak out.
Yes, exactly.
Yet.
So let's get into the nitty gritty, the details. That everyone is wondering about. So first off, let's start off with Shadow Boost.
Shadow Boost.
Yes.
So, first thing is on Shadow Boost, some of you or a lot of you have already started to be activated as we speak. Okay. So we did communicate in our previous email campaign, some of you saying, hey, you're going to be activated or you've been activated. So some of you already have been. We have started to activate, as I just said, the boost pre-orders in the beginning of February, starting with the people that actually pre-ordered boost without additional storage. And that actually included some people that were supposed to be activated in April. So that's why we are early for some people that also wanted to have a boost and that was supposed to be activated in April. Now, with everything that happened in the past 2 weeks and with infrastructure and all of that, everything can move very quickly. Our capacity right now is making us saying the following. One, if you have ordered a boost that was supposed to be activated in February, you'll be activated in February.
Cool.
And February ends end of February. Okay. So we are activating people every day in what we call batches. So it's a number of people. So if you're not activated yet, do not panic. It can be at the end of February. So if you were expecting boost in February, you will get your boost in February. For those now that haven't been activated and that was supposed to receive their boost in April, you will get your boost activated around April. The reason why I'm saying around is because we're working our best to actually deliver sooner than April, but we can't commit on being able to deliver sooner than April. So you could get a good surprise and being activated before April. So around April. Okay. For existing users, sorry. So that was for new users, so people that do not have a shadow yet. Sure. For existing users, so the ones that already are on shadow and using shadow every day, and that have requested boost, what's going to happen is you will benefit from the boost price. Yoo-hoo! As of March. Okay? That's it.
Right.
And it's, and it will be coming on your next bill. So if your anniversary date of bill is the 3rd of the month, you will get it on March the 3rd. If it's the 15th of the month, it will be on March 15th.
Exactly. So it's on your billing cycle of that month. So don't be worried if on the 1st you haven't seen the price change. It'll be on your regular billing cycle that you have each month. So that's the recap for boosts. Now let's pass on to Ultra and Infinite. I did mention some news about this last week, and I do want to go more into detail about how this is all going to go down.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
And we know it's a very complex topic, especially because we share a lot of information. And to be honest, as we said in our first con, things are moving as we speak. But here's what's going to happen. And we know it's kind of the moment when you're going to have your teeth grinding, but whatever. So overall, we're going to activate about 10% of the Ultra and Infinite pre-orders, and they will be activated in March. Okay. For the remaining 90%, you will be activated by the end of next summer, which is our target. And I want to insist on that. Our target is to activate you by the end of next summer for the 90%. If you are part of the 10%, one, how will you know it? You will know it because you will receive an email telling you you're part of the 10% on the 19th of February. If you're part of the 10%, if you are a user already on Shadow, what's going to happen? You will have to opt in on what we call a reset. The reason for that is, as we speak today, we haven't already developed what we call the feature to bring data from one data center to another, and moving to Ultra or Infinite requires changing data centers. So for now, to get on Ultra and Infinite, if you're a current user, you will have to operate a reset. Do not freak out. It will be a choice of yours. We will not force that. In your email that you will receive, we will tell you either you are okay in resetting your computer, and if so, you will receive several emails telling you you're okay with that, explaining you how to save your data, by the way, with some tips that will be shared with you as well, and then moving into your new configuration. If you say no, then what's going to happen is we're going to, of course, you're not going to be activated in March. You will be keeping your spot in the waiting list, which means you're going to be part of the activation end of summer, and you will be switched to the boost price while you wait. So that's for the 10% of people that are going to be chosen to be activated in March.
So there's a question that I think we can answer now is, how are the 10% chosen in March? That's a good question.
Very good question.
Yes.
So the way we're going to do that, and trust me, when we worked on this and we worked hard on this, and especially us representing the community, when saying, guys, we have to be really think about community, it would be great, and really want to have 100% of those guys that are current users and are part of our community. Truth be told, it's not going to be 100%. It's going to be 70% of existing users are going to be part of this group of people activated in March on Ultra and Infinite. 30% are going to be new users. Why? Why, Rizza? Why? As a company right now, you all know, because you're part of our journey together, we want to democratize the computer, the future of computer, to everyone. That means, even though we're successful, even though we have a lot of users thanks to you guys, that means going again to investors to kind of be able to, deliver our infrastructure everywhere and bring the service to all of you. To be able to do that in the next summer and beyond, we need now to create what we call a cohort, so a group of people that is truly representative of what those offers will be in the future. What you need to understand is Ultra and Infinite now is pure theory, okay? We said we're going to launch it, we tested it, but in the reality, like real life with you guys using it every day, it didn't happen yet. So those investors, they want to look at real life figures. So we need to create what we call a balanced cohort, a balanced group of people, which requires a combination of existing users, new users, and also a combination of different countries. France, UK, Germany, Belgium, and so on and so forth. So that's how we're going to be working on this to make sure that we are creating something as part of this collective expression that will help us all democratize the future of computer.
Cool. And so that's for the 10%.
That's
now,
for the 10%.
For the rest who don't get activated in March, what happens? What's their situation like?
So for the new users, so for those that don't have a shadow yet, if you're not part of this chosen batch, you're going to have three choices. One, you can decide to activate a shadow boost while you wait, okay? And of course, pay the shadow price so that everyone has a shadow while we wait. And that's our goal. We want everyone that is actually in this pre-order situation to have access to a shadow, right? So that's why that's our first choice. Second choice, of course, is if you don't want to stay, you can be reimbursed in full of your pre-order, okay? You're a new user, you're not part of Shadow yet, you don't want to be part of this, you can be refunded. And then you can also choose just to wait until you activated end of summer 2020, again, target.
Right.
Those are your three choices, okay? For the new users. For the current users, so the ones that already are using a shadow every day, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to choose in your customer space to take advantage of the boost price from March the 1st, as I said. So it's a choice. So you're going to have to go to your customer space and make a choice on, yes, while I wait, I want to switch to the shadow price. The reason for that is a legal reason. We have to get you opt-in to move to the shadow boost price. And do not freak out. It's not because you choose to be activated on boost while you wait or to move to the boost price while you wait that you're going to lose your spot on the queue. So you can wait on boost and still be activated in the batch in end of summer and not move to 2021 like what we see right now on our website.
Yeah, that's very important. So if you do opt in to boost to shadow boost, you do not lose your spot in the queue for your initial order of Ultra and Infinite.
Yeah.
So you can take advantage of shadow while waiting for your activation. So that's cool. So we went over shadow boost, shadow Ultra, shadow Infinite. Now the last two pieces missing in all this puzzle is shadow ghost.
Yeah.
And I think also a big topic everyone's interested in is the storage. So let's talk about the storage. How does this all play into it?
I think storage is very important because, especially because people on Ultra Infinite sometimes, often, I don't know, made that choice also based on the amount of storage that they were getting out of the offer. So it's about to tell you what's going to happen with that. So if you have already pre-ordered storage, when your shadow is going to be activated, and if it's already the case, you will get the extra storage activated and live in March. As simple as that. So when the shadow is activated, okay, if there's no shadow activated, there's no extra storage. It seems obvious, but I really want to state that so that you don't expect something coming before whatever is. Shadow's activated, you get your storage that you pre-ordered. Good news is, also in March, if you want to add storage on top of it, you can buy extra storage up to 8 times 256 gigabyte.
Right.
Okay, 8 times is the cap.
Exactly.
So if you want to add, because you add a Ultra and you want to get your boost to the level of storage that you were supposed to have in Ultra, you will be able to add that to your waiting boost. I'm going to call it the waiting boost if you want. Or if you have a boost, that's what you wanted, but you want more storage, you can also do it. Okay. The reason why it takes a bit more time to actually get the extra storage live is because I'm not a technical guy, but basically the storage is a virtual asset, right? So now we have developed the feature to get you 1 terabyte, okay? To get to subdivide, can I say that? Subdivide that 1 terabyte to 256 gigabyte requires extra dev, and we're working on it right now, and it's gonna be ready by March, so that you can actually order those 250 gigs.
Cool, that's clear. Now on to the last topic, Shadow Ghost. Where are we with that?
So Shadow Ghost, I think we said I should know actually. I don't think
you think
we said that we're gonna be delivering the Shadow Ghost in March on time. Okay, and then something happened that was floating for a while, and like every other companies, we're expecting what will be the consequences of it, which is the coronavirus. So what actually happened this week on Monday. Everyone in China, so the people working with on the Shadow Ghost, came back from New Year's break, the Chinese New Year break, and now they can't actually go to the factories anymore. They are forbidden to go there. And while we actually have the Shadow Ghost produced, we still needed to go through final testing, and then of course packaging and delivering the Shadow Ghost, which is not possible because of this. You have to work from home and you can go to the factory. We're still very hopeful in terms of getting those Shadow Ghosts to you by mid-March. So on the timings we're communicating before, but we don't really know, to be honest. It's kind of out of our control right now. But hopefully mid-March. If not, I would really love to have an actual date to give you guys right now, but I don't.
Okay, cool. So that is all of the info we have today for you guys. As a reminder, on February 19th, you will receive an email with this info for your particular case. And do not forget to check your customer account where you'll have even more information about all these topics. Another reminder, we will have this beautiful looking infographic that we worked very hard on that will be available in Discord after this stream, so you can have a look at that. It's in the specific pre-order category, and you can have a look at the tree diagram and see where you fit in. So we will now go to the Q&A part.
I can actually take one because it's true that I haven't been clear on this, on the how do we choose the 70% and how do we choose the 30%.
I think it's important to be clear about.
That's a very important question. So the way we're going to do it is 70% and 30%, we're going to choose based on pre-order arrival. Voilà. Also taking into account the different localizations, so that we have this, as I called it, the balanced group of people. But one of the criteria will be pre-order arrival.
Right, so it'll be first come, first serve within the pre-orders itself, and it'll also be based on your region because we want an even split across all of our European regions, correct?
So let's do it again. In those 10% that are going to be activated, 70% will be within the existing users based on location and pre-order arrival. Okay. 30% will be new users, same rule. Location and pre-order arrival.
Okay.
Is that clear? Because I've seen a lot of that question popping up in the
let us know if that's clear enough for you guys. If not, we can try to re-explain it. So we do not communicate on numbers. We can only give you a percentage. I'm sorry.
Actually, there was, because the stream in France happened, there was a number that was shared.
Yes.
From my boss.
Okay.
From our boss.
Okay.
Those numbers.
Well, then we're safe.
Which was the overall pre-order number. We've been committed end of year on 50K pre-orders, and we actually arrived to the 50K pre-orders. So that's the overall number of pre-orders. And now I'll let you do the math.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
So I see a question from a community member across the pond about when is America gonna get these?
Oh, America!
Yes,
America. Am I allowed to say what's gonna happen in America? Yeah, I'm allowed to say what's happening.
I don't think so.
Do we care?
Yeah, we do care.
No, we don't care. Do we care? We don't care.
I care. I care.
He cares. Do you want me to tell?
No.
No, I don't. What do you want me to say? Luke is actually putting me in the position when I'm supposed to say something I'm not supposed to say. So it's coming, guys. Voila.
Yeah, that's all we can say is that it's coming.
Voila. It's coming. Yeah. We're not forgetting you. It is coming. That's the American news, and you will know soon enough. Not that we don't. It's the same thing. We could actually come in right now and tell you things. We know how things happen. If I tell you something right now, you're gonna take it as granted, which I totally understand. We're still working on the final version of that plan. So it is coming, but I don't want to say anything on the dates or whatever on how it's gonna happen because we're still working on the plan as we speak.
Exactly. Any questions?
You will be happy, American friends. Thank you. Yes. What's going to happen? Will Boost be gone at one day? What do you mean be gone at one day? Like beginning 2020 also? You mean are we stopping Boost in 2021? That's a very future-driven question. I don't have the answer. No, Boost, Ultra and Infinite are made to stay as we speak.
I see a question from Joe Boy. He ordered Boost in December and says it will be activated in February. Is this month or later? It is this month, yes.
So,
he should be activated.
Going back to what I was saying in the beginning, and again, it's a lot of information, so I don't understand that you're getting mixed up a little bit. If the pre-activation date that you were given was February, you'll be activated until the end of February. If your activation date was April, you'll be on Boost, you'll be activated around April. It could be earlier than April. It probably will be around April. I'm saying around because we might not get lucky, but we're working on actually moving as fast as possible. So it could be sooner than April.
I see a good question for you. Mm-hmm. No offense.
Okay.
But why are our Shadow's comms communications
so bad?
Poor?
Why are we so bad? Because of me. No.
There you go. This guy here.
It's a very good question. Actually, that's something I wanted to mention. You guys are blaming us or roasting us a lot about inconsistencies,
true,
errors, over-promising commitment, and I can go on and on and on. Mm-hmm. The first thing is on inconsistencies and errors. And I'm new to the company. It's only been 8 months, but when you're in it, you start to understand it. Is our product is very complex. That's not the easy excuse. It's the truth, and it's moving a lot. So we can make a commitment, and a week later it's changing. The truth is, if we're based on this, we won't be communicating anything to you guys. And our goal, and that's what we've been doing for the past 3 weeks, is to be as transparent as possible with you. And by the way, being on the safer side, making sure that we can actually deliver to you 100% guaranteed infos was one of the reasons for us to wait for Engine to communicate on the delay.
Exactly.
Okay? And now we want to be communicating already with you, so you are actually really entering the machine and getting news as it comes, as it's coming and going, right? Because now we feel more confident to actually share everything that's happening with you. Before end of Jan, everything was so moving around, and I can even tell you the infos we were getting before the Christmas holidays. We were not so happy about it, and actually left thinking, "Oh my God, when we're back in Jan, the communication we'll have to do around it will be very, very painful." Yeah. It was way better when we got back. So imagine if we went in communicating in mid-December. It would have been mayhem, and it would have been creating super deep disappointment on your side. That was not worth it, even for you at the individual level. So that's why inconsistencies are coming and going. And honestly, sometimes it's even 5 minutes is making a huge difference.
Exactly.
Now, what we're saying, overcommitment. That's, we say one of our values within Shadow is we're devoted to the Shadow product, and we have like ambition in terms of what we want to achieve, which is democratizing the computer to everyone. Sometimes that means that our ambition is creating confidence. It's always based on real data. You have to understand that. But sometimes we go and we're confident. And that's what we've been saying for the past couple of weeks is when we made our decisions on communicating certain amount of numbers and dates and all of that, we had the confidence that would be actually happening. And then yes, we can be guilty as charged on confidence and ambition, probably. But I hope being transparent as we are, and I think that's very special, is helping you guys go through whatever's happening right now. And we'll keep being more and more transparent. That's also another thing we're talking a lot about with Luke and with the team, is how can we be even more transparent. And we're working on things. There's a lot of things happening, but to give you more access through other channels. You have already a lot of channels to actually connect with us. So we're going to be working more and more on this transparency, which is really key in our value set.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, for us I think we're at a point where we're really trying to really open up our doors and give you guys the more information about what's happening inside the company. Because I think the more information we give you, the more that you understand kind of our position as a company. And obviously there's some choices that we don't want to have to make, but we have to make because of the business and because we're still a small company and we can't go against Google or Microsoft without making some sacrifices. So anyways,
I just want to take some questions on I think confusions on what is the February 19th
sure,
versus activation or price application. February 19th is a communication moment. February 19th is the moment when we can actually send you personalized email with your specific situation and have the customer space being updated. That's all it is, nothing else. Prices, application, virtual machine activation are gonna happen in the days we mentioned. Within February for Boost, for the ones that are supposed to be activated in February. Price applied in March, so it's normal that you guys still in Feb, if you're active right now, are still paying the price you were paying before, because we didn't have activated anything yet on the prices. 19th of February is not the date when sales are gonna be live. Some will be, some won't be. So please look at the infography afterwards. The dates are specifically noted there. 19th of Feb is just a communication moment, right?
Exactly.
And a moment when you'll get your personalized info and choices in the customer space.
Exactly. So we'll take a few more questions from you guys.
Boost with when? Boost with added storage when? So going back to what I said is when we started to activate early Feb, we started with the one without storage. We are not done with those guys. We're moving to Boost with added storage, and this is when we're gonna be delivering February in February and April by April. Okay, so that's the when. After the 30 March activation, we'll prioritize after that. So what's gonna happen for the delivery in end target and summer 2020 is we're gonna be delivering first in, first up.
So there's a question. So that means as a current customer, I have to pay 2 months, $30 before I can switch to the new plan, while new customers are only paying $15.
It's kind of not true to see it that way, right? It's the new customers are gonna be paying $15, where you're gonna be paying probably $15 as well, right? So
yes.
Basically, you're seeing it as if it was a kind of Boost was existing before. The new offers are gonna be live from now for some, and then most of it by end of Feb and March, right? So you're gonna be paying $15 at the same time. They're gonna be paying $15. The only thing that might happen, if ever, is the new customers might have 1 month, the month of Feb, paying $50 while you paid the month of Feb $30. Maybe, not even sure. Not even sure, by the way. It's actually not sure, because some of them are only gonna pay end of Feb, so means March, like you. There's some questions about competition. Do you want to take those?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sure.
There was something about, have we learned anything in terms of our product from Stadia and from GeForce? Now we're seeing NVIDIA just fell with Blizzard and cloud gaming. Mm-hmm. We're looking closely at what's going on with our competitors, and it's also part of our thinking in terms of how we position ourselves price-wise, also our differences, being not just a cloud gaming catalog, but also being a full computer. It's also having us think about the experience we're providing you with. I think the mobile TV app is a good example on how we're trying to make you guys enter whenever it's relevant and where it's relevant from a different type of experience, not from the full computer, but from the games, for instance, so that it's it's easier for you to actually navigate while you want to play. So we are learning a lot from those guys. We've been learning a lot, of course, from the industry, and having big players like this coming in our industry is also great help for us, because even though we love you guys, that's a very nice thing. Thank you very much. While we're a player in the industry, we're still a very small player. So having big guys coming and proving that the model we've been fighting for a long time is actually relevant is good for us. So it's helping.
Exactly. And I mean, to be honest, we were one of the pioneers in cloud gaming. We were actually here before the big guys came. So our technology, in essence, is a couple years ahead of them. So yes, we're learning, but we're also kind of a pioneer, and they're looking to us as the one of the leaders in this space.
Communautaire exists surprise Pikachu face. No, we're not surprised. We're actually happy.
So we'll take a last few couple questions. So multi-monitor on a MacBook. So we do have dual monitor supports, and that's in our alpha client. Now the alpha client is only available via our Discord, via the alpha channel. So you have to join our Discord, join alpha, and follow the rules to actually have access to our alpha app. Still
random activations in March.
So random, but there's still some logic to our randomness, if you will.
Yes.
So do you want one more time?
I think repetition is good. So
yes.
For the 10% are going to be activated in March, 70% of this 10% will be coming from existing users.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And to create this group of 70% within existing users, it will be location as one criteria, and then pre-order arrival. Okay. And same 30% will be new users, location, and pre-order arrival. I don't know if we say pre-order arrival. It doesn't make any sense. The date by when you did the pre-order.
Exactly, the day you ordered.
I'm asking Luke. He's American. I'm not. Try to pretend I speak English. Shadow Gold restock coming soon. So it's not a matter of restock right now. It's more the first thing that we need to actually do is get the Shadow Ghosts that we have ordered us, and it goes back to the stories of the factories in China. So if you call that restock, yes, it should be coming soon, and we hope it's gonna come. It's gonna be coming on time for March.
I see a question from.
Please take this one.
Okay. Yes. Strumpf, who is concerned about losing games like GeForce Now. So on that point, to repeat what Rita said, we are not a catalog of games. We are a full-blown Windows 10 PC. However, we're still a cloud gaming service, and we have not encountered any kinds of problems with any publishers or studios so far. Right now, I don't think it's at all feasible that we have this kind of issue as GeForce does.
The reason for that is, if you look at cloud gaming, which is a catalog business, it's important for them to actually have the titles within their catalog. So it's a different type of connection you have with the publishers. We, as a computer, we have kind of a layer between us and the games, right? So we're focusing a lot on you guys because we want to deliver a gaming PC that's very powerful, so that you can actually play with the power you need to play. But we're not game sellers, right? Or resellers, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So it's a very different type of conversation we're having.
As Foostop puts it, we're a virtual desktop. They are a platform with a catalog of games with a limited library. So there's a big difference in those two experiences.
Thank you, Foostop.
Yes, thank you for making our job easier. So we will take one final question. I will let you do the honors. Anything that seems interesting to you, go ahead and pick it out.
I never canceled it. And offered to the others. Yes, that's a very good question.
Yes.
So if someone cancel Ultra Infinite, will that slot be reallocated? Yes, of course.
I see one question about a roadmap that I mentioned last week in the Shadow News, and I can confirm that we are going to reveal it quite soon. Our roadmap for 2020, so you can look for that in the coming week or so. Yes, I said coming week. So be ready.
There's no S. It's week.
1 week or 2 week.
Can you answer this question? What's the question, Colin the Shark? Because I'm only seeing a question is answering a question. So did I answer your question? I think I did answer your question.
Did we? Did we answer Colin the
You
Shark's
said,
question?
can you answer this question? I did answer the question.
Okay,
Because I'm
did
answering
you?
the question.
That was the question.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Well, on that note, let's
Yes.
end on the high note. That was a great final question. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you
Thank you very much.
Rita, for stopping by as
Thanks
well
for
and
having me.
answering more questions. As a reminder, 3 big things. 1, February 19th. Look for an email if you are concerned with the pre-orders.
Or even go to your customer space. That's the whole point.
Yes.
February 19th, you don't even have to wait for the email. Go to your customer space if you want to have the answers.
Exactly. And 2, that beautiful infographic I showed you earlier will be found on Discord, and you can check out more information there in the meantime.
French, English, German.
Yes.
Yes.
So thank you guys for stopping by. Let me just go to the last scene. There we go. So you can see some big picture. And we thank you again. And we will try to be back next week. And I'll be back maybe with another special guest. Maybe just myself. We will see. So see you guys.
See you guys. Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Cheers.